All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
I usually like to take the tire off when it's on. Why? Because the whole bike serves as third hand. See how easy that was?
So far you're only using a tire lever and a 17.
Yes. And see?
Bam.
This thing's already off.
30 seconds. Oh, 25. I'm trying to make it go faster.
It's because
Speed
of the
hacks.
He's already out.
Bam. All right, we got a new tube going in.
Pumping it up. Like I said, for sure it's better than using.
Time.
39.
So he says 35.
He's really dropping the ball here, as you can see, coming around the home stretch.
50.
So you don't have to take the tire off fully, right?
No, you do not. All you have to do is do one side.
Little hands are fumbling.
See that money being made?
Time.
1 minute, 10 seconds. Final stretch.
Mm-hmm. Are we counting pump up time too?
Yes, sir.
It's a must.
Tightening the trick sticks. Speed goggles are on. I'm ready.
He's ready for the
Pumping
detour.
up. I like my bike with 10 psi.
10?
Yeah, it's
Not 18?
maximum speed.
Not 18 like Ethan?
Hands up in there when you're done. Stop.
Here we go.
Oh, 1 minute. Blistering. 1 minute. 47 seconds. That's a new record, boys.
New world record.
I think I could have done a lot quicker.
You say. Let's take the steps a little slower.
So now that you have seen that, let me explain a little bit more. So a lot of time, because right now there's tons of bikes on the road right now, everybody's riding bikes. We get a bunch of bicycle repairs. People coming in, they're asking us a lot of questions about something that's very simple. For start, here's a tip for you guys. If you guys have a bike sitting around for a long time, you guys come in and go, hey, so I need my tires changed. Actually, you know what? You need an inner tube change. The tire's perfectly good. If there's no rip, there's no torn, there's no corrosion on the tires, then the tube needs to be changed. Second thing is, when you guys come in, you go, hey, you know what? I need to change the tube. First thing we do is we squeeze it. See how it's all squishy? If it's been sitting in the garage for months and months and it's squishy like this, most likely it's just low on air. There's no puncture. There's a small chance that there might be a very, very small hole, but if there's a puncture, it would not hold air like this. It'll be flat, completely deflated. So when it's like this, all you need is air. Other than that, yes, you do need to change. So let me show you guys in a more slow-mo how to change this. You notice that I use a tire lever to remove the tire while it was still on the bike. There's two types of tire levers. There's a plastic one and there are metal ones. The metal ones we don't use too often unless it's on like a beach cruiser or it's on a wheel that is completely destroyed like this and the tire is being very difficult. We're just breaking it in. This is the best because there's more leverage. We prefer to use a plastic one because a plastic one won't damage your rim. It won't dent your rim or scratch it. If you guys also notice, these tire levers, they got these little funny hooks. You know? Nope. These hooks are for these reasons. So you notice there is this little ridge. This little ridge actually sits right here. Doesn't go all the way in. Doesn't go in like that. It just sits in like this. So what I do, remove the air completely. Then I'm gonna go in and watch what I do. I pull this off to the side and you can see the bead. See the little hook? It's a little hook right here. Right there, right where the bead is. And then you release this and now look, that little lip sits right there. Now you guys are gonna see what this hook is for. You're gonna go like this. So you could rotate it. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna choose a spoke right here if I need it to hook, but since that's already there, I don't need it. I'm gonna remember, squeeze this, look for that bead, poke it in, make sure the edge is on there, and watch. It's out. Now all I need is one. Remove this and spin. That's it, see? This is why I have it mounted on here. Because if you remove it, now you're sitting it on your lap, you're sitting it on the ground, you're trying to pry it open. Look, it's pried open, real simple. Then, real simple. And you guys notice I only remove one side. Because I'm changing the tube, not the tire. Moving this. Drops. Valve stem. Locate it. Go in there. 2-finger. Pull this out. See that? And you're out. And when you replace the tube, what you want to always do, you notice the tube comes deflated. When you try to put a deflated tube into the tire, it's a lot harder to work with because it's all folded up. So a lot of times, I'll go in, give it a little bit of air, let it just inflate just a little bit. Now it's inflated, what we do what we did reverse. Find the stem, pull, locate it, see what I did? Push this aside. Look, pull this over, put the valve stem into there first. Make sure it's snug. And look, pull the tire over it, and it's real simple. Just tuck it. Just like you're tucking a shirt into your pants. Look at that. And this, I'm going to not put on the bike. Remember, I remove the bead when it's on the bike. When it's on here, I just put it on my lap, put it on the ground, and I'm going to start right. Usually for me, I start right where the valve stem is. Because when you start somewhere else like this, sometimes when you get loose, the valve stems start moving around. You know, sometimes you guys put it on, and the valve stem is all crooked, it's all short. That's because you started somewhere else. It's just my opinion. So what I do is I put it right where the valve stem is, I pull it down tight, pop the bead in. As I have my hand, I'm squeezing. Look how I'm doing this. Over here, and I squeeze the bead in. And just squeeze. Have my thumb on the rim on the other side. Have my finger on this side, and look, just squeeze. Look how I'm keeping this in place. Because sometimes if you keep going around, this side slowly undo itself. Keep this until you feel secure. Okay, now you could go. Remember, look at my thumb, still holding on this side, pushing. There you go. Now sometimes, where is that? When you have very, very difficult, sometimes you have a very difficult bead, you guys have been there. You guys are like, oh, it's just a little bit left, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You go, oh. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen this. Cool Stop, of all companies, because Cool Stop, they normally make pads, brake pads. They make this little funny tire thing. What this does is it's a tire helper. You put this little lip right here on the rim.
This guy's $389.
And then what you do is you push it down on the rim and you pull this thing down onto the bead. A little bit harder. Right here. Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hook this. And then as it's hooked, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna put it on that and pull it over. See that? Now you got a little bit more. Go right here. Put it right here. And watch. Pop the right in. That's what this little funny thing is. A lot of people don't see this, but we use this when it's a really, really difficult tire. So now, look, you notice how the tube goes in, how this thing's like this, how the little valve kind of pop up there. Careful. Sometimes it pops up inside and you lose it. You have to retake it out. So what I do, pull this thing out, give it that little air to secure it. Here's another tip for you guys. Since there's no air in there, if you guys going to push this, it's going to push this thing back in. So what you do is you just pull this thing out. See the little neck here? Hold the little neck, put this thing in. Just get a little bit of air. See, look at this. Enough air. I said that was probably maybe 5 psi. Now this thing is snug. This thing's like this. The reason why I don't pump this thing up completely is because if you notice, this is Max's bike. He doesn't have brakes. But for some of you guys that have brakes, if you guys pump it up, it's not going to clear the brakes when you slide this thing in. So you just pump it up partially because when you put it on, you want it to clear the brakes. So on a brakeless one, it doesn't matter. But on a common bike that has brakes, you just want to pump it up partially. So then what you do when you put it in, make sure tires go in the right direction. Sometimes we make that same mistake. Goes in. Tighten it up. And pump it up. But we're not done yet. Let me show you another thing. Now some of you guys might go, wait. That was too simple. How come every single time I put it on and I pump it and it's still flat? I just bought a brand new tube, I pump it back up and it's flat. I took it out, guess what? I got bamboozled. We used to use that word a lot, bamboozle. My tube's got a hole in it. No. The shop sold you a good tube. What you did was you caused a pinch flat by using the tire lever wrong. For one, sometimes your tube is good, but you just want to change tires. Your good tube is still in there. So keep in mind the tube's still good, you just want to change the tire. When you put this thing in, you dig this in and you're prying it. This little tip right here, you're gouging and you're pinching, you're pulling, poking at that tube. And look how hard this is. You go like this, it's going to cause a puncture in the tube. So that's why you have to be very, very careful when you come in. This right here, this little tip, you just want to go in and you just want to fish this little bead. See what I did? I put it in, I kind of pulled. I didn't dig it in. I didn't just go, and dig it in and go, no, I just go and put it right at the bead, lower finger, go in, push it up, and there, I just grabbed just the tire. Pop this thing open, and there, you change your tire. Tube is safe. But also, this is also could be another cause. When you're putting it in, you're going along, and you got that stubborn little spot again, because we use this tool. But let's say you don't have this tool. So now you resort to going back to this. This is a mistake that you guys make. You guys take this and you guys shove it into here, and you guys are trying to look, because look, I could do it. Look, first try, like I'll go in and say I could pop it in. See that? But for some of you guys take this and you guys put it in and you guys pry it. Well, what you guys are doing is you guys are doing this. You guys are putting it in, and you guys look at the tire lever. It goes underneath the tube, and you're prying it. See this little corner? It's gonna rip a hole in it. Oh, push it, and then all of a sudden when you pump it up, you're flat. You're like, wait, that's because this tool did it. So a lot of time it's like this, dude. All you have to do is you pop it in, you go in, and you still got that little bit stubborn part right there. Go in. Make sure, look, I can feel it. I can feel there's no tube right there. This, I'll go in right here. There's no tube. I can feel it. Don't shove it all in. Just put it in right here. And then look for that little and just kind of push it until this little corner right there goes on the bead. So I'll push it right there. And when you get here, don't do this. When you go like this, again, this little piece is going to catch that inner tube and it's going to pinch it. So you get it right here, push it, pull it up, and pop it in. Go easy on this. Don't shove it in there. But that little piece right there, guys, is where everybody fails. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Very nice.
Very nice.